Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And today I wanted to talk to you briefly about my experience of Esxence exhibition in Milan. This is an exhibition of niche fragrances, but well, not only fragrances. They did have a small portion of hair care and skincare as well, but the main focus is on fragrances, obviously. So I went there for 2 days. It was kind of a mistake of mine. I should have gone there for 3 days. I get an accreditation for 4 days basically, but well, next time I will make sure to stay there the whole time. So anyway, I had such fun time. It was a beautiful experience, and obviously there were like minor things that could have spoiled a bit of impression about the exhibition, but I never care for those things, like the catering and waiting in the queue. And but anyway, the second day I didn't wait any time at all because I went straight, and with my badge, which is the content creator badge, I could access like freely right away. So anyway, I'm a person that is, it might come across as a kind of old-fashioned, because in this era that we are constantly with our telephones, and we are recording everything. I'm a person that I love to live everything through my own eyes. I don't love to record anything because I don't watch these recordings after. So I love to absorb experiences and things that I see immediately, and I don't like to uh, spend my time recording them, because I feel like if there's something between my eyes and the things that I'm seeing, there's the camera. So I'm losing a big part of this experience. So I love to watch with my own eyes. So this is why I didn't almost do any photos. Well, I did some photos. So go ahead, and in the description box of this video there will be my handle of the Instagram, and on the Instagram I have put a couple of photos, so you can check out. I didn't record a single video, but I lived through the experience. I hope that this makes sense. It's not because I'm so jealous I don't want to share with other people. It's just that for me this is better. For me, this is the way I like to do things. This is the way I like to go to the concerts and to basically everywhere where I have to actually participate by viewing or hearing the things. I like to do it uh, by myself, not through the camera. So anyway, this is the reason why I'm not gonna put photos in this video. So I had a blast. I had a chance to test a lot of new fragrances that are coming out, or some of them have already come out in 2025. Some of the fragrances are not yet on the market. They will be launched eventually, but they're not on the market yet. So we are not allowed to take photos. We could basically bathe in this fragrance, but we couldn't take any photos. And some photos, some fragrances that are not on the market yet, we actually got some samples or mini sizes. I know you guys are curious, what did I get? I didn't get any full size because I don't really like to ask for things. It's not who I am. If things are given to me, that I will accept them gladly, but it's not like, oh, please give me something, please give me this or that. It's not part of my of me. I don't do these things. Anyway, some of the things that I was really impressed by. Well, first of all, the venue is huge, and I guarantee you, if you would go to each and every stand, the 4 days will not suffice. they will just not suffice, because you have to come to the stand, you have to sniff the fragrances, and given that there might be a queue, there might be people before you, and maybe you want to ask a couple of questions, or maybe one question, or maybe you wanted to test the fragrance that you haven't test. It all takes time. So I do think that it's virtually impossible to visit every stand that was at the exhibition. And I know I didn't visit, but I know that I visited so many brands that I don't have access to them. And for example, some of the brands, it was the first time me testing them, and some of the brands, sadly, I wasn't even able to go there because I didn't have time, unfortunately. So that's why I'm saying that the third day would be a plus. So anyway, what did I get? I didn't get any full size fragrance. I did have gotten some of the mini sizes and samples and some sample kits. So I'm gonna, and also a beautiful soap. I love soaps. I love this kind of old school soapy action. In my bathroom, I always have a selection of two soaps, the liquid soap and then the bar soap. And I much prefer the bar soaps. I know it's an old fashioned, but I do love it. So this, I have to show it to you. This is such a beautiful. I'm gonna leave all the brand names, everything down below. So this is the soap that I was given, and I couldn't be happier because I love myself a good soap, like an old-fashioned, beautiful, and very nice smelling soap. Anyway, I'm gonna just walk you through some of the things that I have gotten. So first of all, I'm head over heels by House of Sillage, because I know everyone is talking about House of Sillage and their fragrances, and they are fantastic and they are amazing, and the bottles are beautiful. And when you look at these bottles online, you don't really, sometimes the bottle is pretty online, is pretty on the monitor, but then you see it in the real life and it's a gimmick. It's like something really childish. And that was it wasn't my perception, but it was my fear that the House of Sillage fragrances would be like that. And they're not. They are so absolutely beautiful bottles. The craftsmanship is superb. They're very, very nice. And I have tested a lot of fragrances, and they actually had given me a sample set, the House of Sillage sample set, one of two that they have on the website at this moment. So there's like 10 samples in total here, and I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't be happier. And I also tested there the whole collection of Harry Potter, and also Minnie Mouse and Mikey Mouse, and Bugs Bunny also, and Pink Panther. So at last, my dream has come true. I know, for people that have House of Sillage in their hometown and it's available, it's readily available, you can go out and test it. It's like, well. But for me, this is a brand that I have never seen in the real life. So for me, it was like, oh my gosh. It's like, I was so happy. So next one is, I actually had gotten two sets of Jeroboam, and these are the sets. I think it's like 6 of them, and I'm a fan of this brand. I like the brand. I like their vision of the fragrances. So like six per each, and I have 2 sets and they're different. So anyway, I love their fragrances. I do own only one fragrance, and the quality is very nice. I like the quality, I like the bottles, I like everything about this brand basically. And I have tried the newest fragrance from Javoy, and it's on the same stand. So it's just amazing. It's just like, if you smell the fragrance and you close your eyes, you are on a remote island somewhere in the Caribbean, and just like relaxing yourself. Beautiful fragrance. And that's why I actually like fragrances, because they transport you they have this kind of force to transport you, to take you to the places where you have never been to. Next is Atar Al Khas, and Atar Al Khas is brand that I know, and I I believe it was last Esxence, I had got quite a lot of samples from them, but from this whole bunch of samples that I have been given, just a couple of them, they were fine for me, because the majority of them, they were so overpowering, over like everything for me, because I do have some, I can't say that I have specific, you know, taste. It's just I like the things that I don't like rose and I don't like oud, and those fragrances were like predominantly rosy and oudy and very sweet and very like heady, and I didn't like that. So out of the whole bunch, I actually I kept a couple of for myself, and the rest they were given away. I just give away to my friends and family. So and this time they actually gave me 2 sets of fragrances, and they are different fragrances here, and the majority of the fragrances in here I love, because they told me that they have created this fragrance collection that is much more appropriate, like, to the taste and to the habits and to the what people like in Europe. So this is how the set looks like, and yeah, if you want a review of Atar Al Khas, then I can make it, or I can actually post in on Instagram, obviously. Yeah, so and it's, oh my gosh, this is something that I am in love with. This is an Italian brand, haven't heard of them before. This is a new brand, this is a luxury brand, and they have very fancy bottles, very, heavy bottles, and very beautiful scents. So this is Cave, this is luxury perfume, and it's like that. And they have given me the whole sample set of the whole samples they actually have in their collection, and I can tell you they are amazing. I especially love what was that? Oh, it was a Secret Tuberose, and also Love Declaration was amazing. So I mean, and I will be happy to discover more about this brand through this scent and through the set. And yeah, what else did I get? So I did get also a smaller version of Dusita, which is this is a brand that is, for me, it's a hit and miss. Some of the fragrances I love very much, and some of the fragrances are a clear miss to me, because they just don't reflect how I love the fragrances. But the newest one, which is, I don't have a sample. They wouldn't give out the samples. So this is the Tonka, how do you call it? Tonka, anyway. So it's a press release of the new fragrance. Anyway, the Tonka fragrance, very beautiful. This is an amazing fragrance. I love it. I based in this fragrance, and it's so unique. It's so beautiful. I loved it. And they actually given me this small version of this Flor de Lalita. Yeah, and this is a beautiful, beautiful kind of green scent, green flowery scent, and it actually reminds me of an oldie but goodie, Dior It's a Dior Poison Tender, the green one, the green Poison Tender, which is not in production. It's not sold for like such a long time already, but it's kind of that type of fragrance. So it's green and it's flowery, and I think it's very appropriate for springtime. So and I also had some samples. I also have some samples from Acqua del Elba, which is the brand that I couldn't reach, but now I do have the whole set. And also some of the things that I love so much, but I'm gonna make a separate video about this, so keep an eye on it. Some of the fragrances that were like, that really are my top like 15-13 fragrances. So this is Vanilla Tana. So this is Vanilla Tana from Gritti, and it's a new fragrance, and they haven't released this fragrance yet, but I do have this fragrance and I enjoy it. It's just a vanilla type of vanilla I love. It's very rich, it is very sweet, it's not nauseating, it's just very feminine and empowering. It's just a beautiful vanilla scent. And also I was given this mini size of musk berry. I believe it's, yeah, it's musk berry from Moresque, and oh my gosh, this is exactly what this is. It says on the label. It is a musk in a berry. It's like red berry with musky accord, and it's so gorgeous. It's such a beautiful scent. I was so happy to have tried new fragrances from Gallimard. They have launched 3 new fragrances, and I was very lucky to talk with a perfumer that actually created these fragrances. So it's a young man, and he is of a Japanese origin. So I do think that it actually impacts on how a person sees the flowers, and because all of the fragrances were extremely lightweight. I'm not saying light. They have a very good staying power, but they were lightweight. And actually the caps of the bottles are white, which is Gallimard never did. And so it's like a revolution in this scent. So they have launched 3 fragrances, and this one I have all of them, but this one is J, that is for jasmine. So he has this jasmine and tuberose and the rose, and I can actually tell you that even the rose fragrance is beautiful. I don't love rose, but that rose is very delicate, it's very feminine, it's good. I did tell him that you did a brilliant job, because unfortunately Gallimard is not all that much known. I mean, people know about Gallimard obviously, but when at the exhibition like that, people tend to go to other brands, to other like more famous brands, and they kind of tend to left aside the brands like this one that has a history of couple of 100 years of making flower essences and fragrances and all other things and soaps, and and it's such a shame, because it's such a beautiful fragrance. It's such a brilliant brand. So then I also have a new fragrance that is Moroccan Medjool from Electimus. Electimus is the fragrance that I don't have a free access to it, because it's just not available where I am, and it really hit me. This fragrance is so good. So yeah, I'm gonna be letting you know. I'm gonna be making a video, a dedicated video about new fragrances. And also this is gonna be the last one, Hypnorange from Cor Eterno. Well, the Cor Eterno brand is an Italian brand, and it's like they have this very rock style fragrances, and the fragrances are amazing. They are supreme, and the branding is beautiful. And also, people, the blotters you spray the fragrance on are amazing. I mean, I was like, wow, it's so good. So hypnorange. So it's like an orangey fragrance, but not only orangey fragrance. I actually can feel here at tobacco. They do have this the names of all the ingredients that are in this fragrance. So, well, not the ingredients, the notes, obviously. And I can feel this kind of very potent but very dry tobacco, just the same tobacco that I feel in my beloved fragrance from Atelier Cologne, which is Vetiver Fatale. They have the same type of tobacco, and I'm head over heels for this fragrance. It's like, it's very orangey, it's very, very bright orange, it's juicy orange, plus this tobacco note. And actually all of these fragrances, I believe they are unisex, but I mean, this one, it makes it very wearable for women or for men, because it's juicy and bright, but then it has this tobacco, and it attributes sexiness, in my opinion, to the person that wears this fragrance. Anyway, I do have a lot of things to talk about, but I mean, I don't want to, you know, take your time. And so it was very good, very, very beautiful exhibition. I'm looking forward to next year, and I will be going there. And if you have some questions, please leave them here in the description box, well, in the comment section, and I will be happy to answer them. And in the meantime, I wish you a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Bye.